questions, perhaps you could ask them briefly and right into the microphone so that we can hear them. Thank you.
I wanted to first thank you, really. Could you hear me?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay.
To really thank you for the story about how we hold a lot of things very tightly. And, you know, being the West Side, being as parents, and also I really see and identify with how parents, you know, constantly are telling kids, you know, don't do this, don't do that, very much speaking to the mind.
Right.
What are your suggestions for parents who might have done years of this? Gradually closing down the spontaneity, the playfulness of the kids. What are your suggestions for what we could do to reintroduce back some of the heart?
Okay. Yes. Very good question. I think the bigger picture, I don't think so. You're clinging to your parents, what the situation. I think you're already aware of that. You know, it's old theory is, you know, parents' fault. The old theory is the parents' fault. But the new theory is not parents' fault anymore. So psychologists' world is changing. Really. So which is not their fault, I'll give you some other thing. Because no parents in this world plan before the child conceived. And daddy is talking to mother, tonight we're going to conceive our child. And when the child come out, we're going to screw up their life. In this planet, no parent exists that way, I think. So, some, they really like to have child. I think some accidentally happen, maybe not right time, but one day. But no parents plan that way. But because of circumstance, under the power of karma, one way, as a human karma in general, and learn patterns from the generations. So there's no way. Sometimes, I mean, if you don't change, it's happening. But their heart is always want to raise children nicely. So, for example, if your father is Jesus and your mother is Tara, Tara means a female enlightened being, and Jesus a bodhisattva, and they make your life screwed up like this, then you have a full right to sue them. Because they're free of, you know, emotions, negative emotions, but they still did to you, then you have a right to sue them. But many of our parents, you know, they really love, they really want to do something for you, but they don't know skill. They don't see that habitual patterns are hidden in the unconscious. It's not many books at that time, and not many psychologists helping, not many spirituals are there. So, but their heart is really good. So, I think time to time think that way in the root. So, in that way, there's a let it go comes. Let it go and appreciation. One way. The practical level is now is in your system. Yeah? So, aware of these three elements. Emotional transformation, cognitive stability, deconstructing ego fixation. So you have to work these three areas. For example, the bridge, the trauma is part of emotion, body. Then, in order to heal that, you have to talk to ego. Please don't frozen that. Don't identify it. The scary feeling is me. I am the scary feeling. I am the unlovable. I am that. I am unworthiness. So you hold that as a tight, there's no space. And the mind says, yes, actually you are unworthiness. So your mind is caught to the feeling. Feeling is from the habitual pattern, comes in. Then I hold on that very tight, take as personal is me. And then the last resource is the mind. And mind also says, actually you are unworthiness. So mind also suffers. Then these three things locked in, no space. When this is completely locked in, then habitual patterns become reinforced. And the mark becomes like carving on stones. So if you have cognitive stability, which is Vipassana practice, Shamatha practice, there's a lot of practice, like practice based on attention, awareness, mindfulness, alertness, emptiness. So you just alert, and space. The mind rests in the openness of space. Then the body feels like this, like this. The mind rests. So mind aware of your body feeling. But normally, me, sorry, I overreacted, but I hope you will stay in your body. So then it's become a one. So you break the three. Okay, mind is another world. Feeling is another world. I, or me, ego, grasping is another one. If you break down these three things, then it's very easy to transfer. Because you have some, ego is not grasping, so it's holding like this for a while, hold like this. Pattern, the movement slowly, pattern start to shift, open up within the space. Our mind, ego need to rest into the space, and mind and ego need to rest into the space behind the cloud. The cloud are thought and schemas, habitual patterns all come in. But no matter what kind of cloud comes in, if you can rest in the space behind the cloud, which we call cognitive stability, then it's open up. Okay, then I think essence love come out. Once essence love shows in, end of story. But don't use it like this. And time to time, just learn humor. Unpredictable kind of thing in your room. Normally you go like this, sometimes go back. Sometimes go like this way, sometimes go like this way. Sometimes just while walking, just rest in the middle floor. But mind, from the mind point of view, wow, so stupid. But from the open point of view, it's a good one. So balance, very important to balance. And so learn the humor and the system. And if the child is easy, if you have a young child, you can change. Very important. Can I just open heart, open mind? So, if you want to raise our children, number one important thing is holding. Because if you don't hold properly, you are holding, or you might hold wrongly. So always hold this way. Don't hold like this. It's become too much on head for the child. Because you too much concentrating on the child, child is not trying to open. All goes here because you're communicating too much. They don't get time to rest. Yeah, mommy. So, hope and fear. So the child, oh, you are so happy. Yeah, my child knows more information than my friend's child. So we don't know how you screw up your child here. So best way of holding is like this on your lap. Face this way. Child might not know that you are transmitting the body emotional development. You don't need to explain why I'm holding this to you. You know why I'm holding this like this. Usually I hold this. Now I'm holding this. Do you know why I'm doing this? Don't say it. Then it becomes here again. So child is sitting like this, and child might treat joking. Treat? Treat? No, I'm joking. My child might do iPad, watch here, doing like this. Doesn't matter. Their mind is there. But unconsciously, feeling-wise, they felt that something behind there. But they might not know. But you are transmitting software. Emotional well-being, essence love, unconditional love is you are installing in software, installing, yeah. The best way, you also can rest in that state. But child rest here, you treating. Then your energy also goes in there. So the best time you drop, and when child wants to ask you some question, you reply. They don't want to ask you, no need to reply. Just hold nicely and chant Hare Krishna. And sometimes Hare Rama. It's okay, like really relax all the I, ego, real type. Connect with essence of love and hold the child. Then you need some support, music. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Om Mani Padme Hum. But not too loud, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. But you don't need to why I'm doing this, you know? But do you know why I'm doing this? No need. Just hold nicely. And that is very healthy. I remember when I was young, I got from my grandpa. Winter time, I sat on his lap and he was practicing. And sometimes I asked questions and he also answered. So when they need help, you are there. When they don't want to disturb, you also a little bit relaxed. Time to time, you need that kind of condition to them. And another area is if they cannot follow table manner, don't worry. If they cannot clean their room, don't worry. I have 2 daughters also. So, because at that age, they cannot clean. They cannot follow the table manner. But I'm sure that one day your daughter bring a boyfriend first time in their room, the room is going to be clean, utterly clean. Yeah? Just like that, they can change one day if they want. But young time, they cannot follow that. Why are we forcing so much which they cannot take it? Underwear, next to the bathroom door is okay. Bra up to the table lamp, it's okay. Why not? If they're happy like that, then it's okay. It's their room, no? It's not your room, it's their room. So those things one day they can take care. If they eat like this, sleep half on the table, and you make sure the food goes into the mouth. That is important. But how stylish they're eating or not, don't worry. One day they will eat like a British king, a queen. Is that so? One day if they want, they can do that. But few things we have to constantly need to take care, which is health, right food, organic, not junk food. You cannot say, oh, I want to be healthy today because of my boyfriend coming. You cannot say that. It takes 20 years to improve. One, and a good heart, I think carrying a good heart, you cannot change one day. And basic cognitive education, of course, is homework. All this, you take care. Make sure, make right condition, not like all over the places. Those things are you make serious. Other things are, don't say you throw, but when they throw, you don't say anything. So they're filled, there's a tight and loose. The tight goes here, loose goes here. And they found, oh, discipline plus home. Constantly disciplining, they cannot find a home. Or, I don't know what end up, the one day a person become like, no home at all inside us. So watch this two area carefully, then I think that's the best way of, I think, making world peace. To take care of the child properly. And then naturally it comes so good. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for taking my question.
Yeah.
I think this would probably relate to a lot of people. That was really something to hear about holding the child. Holding the child facing out just made so much sense. What would you recommend for the adults and us that didn't get that? And there's a part of you that's aware that you didn't get it, and you're kind of walking through your life looking for that safety. And so you're preoccupied, whether you're conscious of it or not. You're looking for that safety, and it diverts a lot of your activities.
Yeah, I think the first important thing is aware of the condition. And don't run away from that wounded. So then third thing is to know, and then it's not chant this mantra. It is true, not real, but not true. And the three systems here, mind, feeling, and ego. And don't reapply on that feeling. But go to the feeling. When you have this insecure feeling, just go there, insecure, I know. You have to trust that. Really important. If you don't trust, you are also fighting with that. If you fight with that, you will lose. Because they also need love. So I understand that. Really fully drop your head there also. Don't for that feeling. And then they give right message, which is not true. With kindly, honestly, not hidden agenda. Don't fight under table fighting. Just honestly. You want to cry? Just cry. Want to laugh? Just laugh. Why not? Why you need to run away from that? Sometimes these patterns are also quite good for other people. Sometimes also good. And when you have that kind of experience, maybe more sympathy towards to other beings. So all these patterns not necessarily always bad. Good side also. I see equally good side and also bad side. So treasure that also. Understand that, oh, you know, Milarepa, one of the great Tibetan yogi, he has a wounded heart. And because of that, he practiced dharma and he went beyond that. But at first, it is driven by that feeling. I think many of Dharma students, I call this high-class sickness, head-oriented. So I think come to Dharma because of that. Sorry to say that if you are a truck driver, you will never end up here. No truck driver, very happy, boom, in the body. And go to the restaurant bar, boom, give me a beer and one lamb chop. Only a lamb chop, beer, go back home, throw the money to wife, and make her want sex. And tomorrow morning again, come back home, boom. So very happy. Simple, happy, joyful, responsible. But no, don't have this pity thinking who I am. Who I am. Why am I here in this world? The world has a beginning or not? All this people's problem. They don't have, Nepali people don't have this problem. So, yeah, I think also good, but this one also good, intellectual thinking, how, when, but there's a real fight, ego is still there. Kind of loosen up, take so serious and trying to find out fantastic question, like a really solid question, and you ask solid question, and you hope the solid answer will come, but actually it's illusion. Related to merely exist here. Within this merely-ness, there's a consequences, law of karma. But there's no really such thing like that. I am exist here merely. If you ask me, are you really Tsoknyi Rinpoche? I also don't know. There's no realiness. There's openness, emptiness, shunyata. So stuck between these two worlds. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cherish yourself. I mean, feel good about yourself. All this schema is not bad.
All the what?
All the schemas, habitual patterns, no bad. Equally have good and bad. After some schema has more bad side. Like, what do you call? Law doesn't matter to me. What schema is that? I don't remember that. I am the spirit to me. Law is not an issue to me. Whatever I can do. I think that's a little danger. But the chicken heart schemas are very good. There's a lot of chicken heart schema in America. Like, because you're concerned to other people. But there's no solution. But you have ego here, but you equally concern other people, but you also want to share it yourself, or you also want to make other people happy. So I call sandwich problem. The sandwich is two identical bread. Inside there's tomato, egg, and cheese. Suppressed by identical bread. Cheese and tomato, egg, they don't know. If I go this way, it's same like this one. So if I stay, it's nuts. Especially cheese and tomato. Eggs, So it's called sandwich problem. And many of us, I also have sandwich problem. When I was young, I could not say no. In my training in the monastery, Lama should say yes, and you can help because you come to this country, all the sentient beings, and you have to help. But there's a limit. They didn't taught me. So I keep saying yes. And I have a big, thick sandwich problem. I need my time also. But I also want to help other people. Do you know? So there's a sandwich. So I bought one book. If you want to say no, say it. that small book actually really helps. So now, if I only say no, means no, yes means yes, from my heart. I become more selfish, but actually less confusing. Become more honest, not more selfish. So I think very high class, mediocre intelligence has this language problem. You care other people, but also you want your time. Like one way people, like a, North Korean guy, Kim Jong, he don't have a sandwich problem. He has lots of other problems. But sandwich, this kind of problem, not there. Whoever comes, don't listen, boom, just walk. So, sandwich means, oh, you okay? But I want you to talk. But are you okay? No, I feel, like this. It's called sandwich. So, I think the heart need to be a yak heart. Tibetan yak, not chicken heart. I usually call the heart need to be like a cow, but a cow is a little bit dull. American cow may be better, but Nepal cow is very dull. In the middle of the road, 4 or 5 cows together, and then changing their food. All the other cows, chicken, all over, but they're still very relaxed. So when I see them, it makes me relaxation, but a little bit dull. So I went into that. The yak is like very like this, but alert like this. With the grounded and the alert. With the grounded here, Dandiya area, and the open heart, and the clear and grounded. I think we should follow life like that. Grounded guts here, open heart, and open and clear head. Because too much emotion hijacks the thinking brain, and thinking brain cannot think. So we have to also practice cognitive stability. Vipassana, shamatha, Tsoknyi, so many things. Okay, sorry, too long.
So we could take one more short question, and then it'd be time for Sharon Rinpoche to sign books. Is there one more?
Short answer, okay?
Thank you so much. I have a friend who calls me. I have a friend who calls me every few days. She has a terminal illness, and she is trying to work with that. And I really appreciated your story about the ego and the amygdala and the thinker up here. And I want to know, is there a particular way, when someone is facing something that scary, is there an order in which these things should be produced, stimulated, so that she can deal with whatever it is that is coming her way with a maximum of comfort?
He has a friend who has a terminal illness, and she calls him every few days. And so when you're speaking about ego, he just wonders, I'll paraphrase, okay? Like the most effective thing you can say to her that will be of help to her.
I think the best way I deal with like a physical pain or like stomach pain, think I'm accepting the pain as a pain. And then trying to relax the emotional tightness and the wrong belief in your head as a me. But you can never expect that pain will go away. Pain can reduce because there's an emotional tightness, enhance the pain, and the wrong belief in the head also boosts the pain. So when you take care by these two, and you just believe, you just accept the physical pain as just a pain, then I think from 100% it comes to 50%. Usually, based on the 50% problem, these other two elements makes 100%. And then there's a lot of other methods, but I don't want to talk too much because I don't know where your friend's stage, what kind of thing, So there's different stages and different methods. But in general, when I have a cold, I have a strong pain, of course, terminal illness is very different, but then pain, the physical body, if you want to sick, you're sick. But I'm free, trying to bring humor within the sickness. Not think that sickness, you go away, then I can be humorous. That will never happen. Within the sickness, accept, and then soon go to the subtle body, connect with the essence of love, and there's a smile there within the pain. Space, openness within the pain. Maybe sometimes because of the subtle body smiling and the openness might heal the problem. We never know. So keep some hope there. But not really hope. A small window of hope, because you cannot lie completely. Maybe there is things, medical things happen, no? So just mention that as a little bit. Maybe that person is that the case. We never know. My mother has something inside here. Really, the doctor says I think you have to take it within 6 months, otherwise a danger. And she lived 10 years. Now the thing is gone. And she practiced all these things. So things can happen like that. So that window of opportunity and hope, you must remain there. But at the same time, accept the pain. And then find humor in the emotion, open space in the mind. That's, I would say, a general advice. Yep.
So I want to thank you so much, Rinpoche. Thank you for your teaching. Thank you, Sharon. Really, really thank you both. And I want to thank also all the Insight LA volunteers, our very small staff, and all of you, because without your support and your coming here, we would never be able to bring these wonderful teachers. And Sharon, who basically interviewed Rinpoche tonight, is teaching this weekend. She'll be teaching Saturday morning from 10 to 1 here, and also a day long on Sunday. Sharon has a lot to say, too.
Yeah, actually Sharon knows both traditions very well. Mahayana, Theravada, Vajrayana. So she can make tasty food.
Yes, brilliant cook, very tasty food. So please come this weekend to hear Sharon and save the date June 4th for Congressman Tim Ryan, who is the next in our speaker series and has written a book, A Mindful Nation, and we're also excited to have him come too. There's another date. This is our 10th year, of Inside LA. I moved here just a little over 10 years ago and started a little city group, and here we are. It's amazing, and it's really thanks to you. And we're celebrating this year, and I can't tell you exactly what we're going to do, but say September 22nd, September 3rd, we'll let you know. But we are going to have some celebrations because this is just a very joyful thing to be able to practice the Dharma together and hear such beautiful teachers. Most important thing. Thank you so much.
I just want to say one thing. I was at Spring Rock giving teaching, and I was talking about the balance between head and heart. And then when I went to the toilet, someone holding my hand, and he asked me, who? Because I said Nepali is head-oriented, America is heart-oriented. America is head-oriented. In generally, I spoke like that. And he said, can you give me a few names of the balance between head and heart in this country? You know? Maybe I'm speaking too fast. So he wants whom you know that the balance between fully heart and fully head. Can you give me a few names? So I can flash in my mind. Really, she's completely balanced. Open heart, but she's magnificent organizer also. She really helped with this, my book tour, all these things. Really good, but she also can relax, open heart, and I think it's a good example.
Thank you.
And it's true that Sharon was really the first, I think, teacher to deeply understand that for mindful awareness to be practiced and understood fully in our country, it needed to be wedded to the practice of loving kindness, to metta. And so Sharon was the pioneer in bringing that front and center to the practice. It's just wonderful to be with her. So come be with her this weekend. And wonderful to be with you. Thank you. So they'll be signing books downstairs for a little while. And thank you again, everybody.